When we started doing this, we also decided that one of the things on completion, there should be a accreditation for that. So, who wants to go first out of these? I'm going to pick one out. What I'm going to do is ask you to come up. We have a diploma of equity trading. All right? And you've got to pass module 5 for this. But some of you are nearly there, so I'm just going to maybe trust you. And the first one is Terry Bates. A round of applause.
Big glasses.
Yeah, just about, thank you. I'll use his nickname, it's easier. Zach Serrati. Well done, Zach. Smile for the camera, nicely up there. Thanks, mate. Thank you. Well done, thanks, mate. Excellent. Next one is Jules Pritchard. Cameron? Well done. It's this one, isn't it? I can't remember. Natalie. Well done. Well done. See, it's very important for us as well and for you, all right? Because it's a recognition that you've actually done a discipline. You've gone through, you've applied yourself and come out the other end. And I know for all of these people that have done this, you don't know this, and you know some of this, for a lot of you, you have. You ring me up and go, Ray, I'm this and that, and I want to know which one I got wrong. Is that right? Okay. But it's very important because it means that you've applied yourself, and by getting to this level, you have the skills and the knowledge to go into the market. All you've got to do is practice it, or just a little bit more. Okay? Warren? Just to let you know, sometimes, from our side of the business, we say people can get through very quickly. I can tell you Warren's been at it for how long?
Oh, a month and a bit, 1 week.
There you go. Right. Now, he practiced every day and put the effort in. It's up to you. Mark Lingwood. Well done. Very much to smile. Kevin. These two I'll get to come up together, I think. Mark and Carol Jackson. Fantastic. Am I allowed to tell the story about you in Module 1? Yeah. When I first met Mark, and I didn't know how to respond, I said, Mark, you hold the record for the most number of tents at Module 1. However, he's passed all the other modules first go. Now, just before, there are a few acknowledgements I'd like to make, and there's a few people that have passed, and I would like to just mention them. There's a few people have passed, and I'd like to mention them because I think it's worthy. And as I said, there's about 40 or 50 people wanted to come today, but due to geographical or health reasons couldn't make it. So I just, if you'd like to bear with me, we don't have to applause, we'll give them a round of applause at the end, would be nice. We have Sylvia and Michael Gotke, and I can tell you that they got through, and they come from Central Queensland, lovely couple. I spent a week with them, non-stop. Michael came into the office and said, Ray, I'm not really interested, it's for Sylvia. And by the end of it, I'll never forget on the Friday, We went from 9:30 to 1:30, non-stop. And I said, can we have a break? And he said, I want to go for another hour before I get this. And he got it. That's fantastic. Bruce Clark, and I thought Bruce may have been able to make it this weekend, he couldn't. Len and Judy Barton, and some of you would have spoken to these people, you know, on the line. You know, when I open it up, we do our training. I know you've spoken to them because I hear you talking, by the way. You know it's on you. Okay, Yvonne DeBona, Bob Tuckwell. Bob was one that he was meant to come up today, and he's not well. He was almost in tears on the phone to me yesterday. All right, he's come out from Western Country, New South Wales. David Koch, or Koch, I don't know how to pronounce that one. David's in Sydney. Alan Mitchell, Robin Brown, and I can tell you for those who joined early on, I think Robin was the third person to join the Executive Traders Club. All right, so it's fantastic. Sonia Shrivers, and Sonia, and I'd like you to give her a round of applause, please, for Sonia Shrivers. She's the lady I told you earlier as to why you're here today. Okay, fantastic. She comes from Ballarat, was desperate to get up here again, ill health precluded her from coming. Julian Warren Edwards, a chap called Warwick Greenham. Some of you might relate to Warwick. When I first spoke to Warwick, he was wit's end, didn't know what to do. And he said, Ray, I'll give you one last go. You should hear him on the phone now, on the webinars. This is easy, Ray. I said, well, is this the same person I spoke to a couple of months ago? And it is easy. Just have to put an effort in. Peter Dwyer, John and Leslie Pearl. Leslie said, you know, sometimes in life, some people just things go wrong for. Doesn't matter what happens. You know, if they turn up, you know, it's the wrong night or they cancel the night, they're the only ones not told. You know, so, and Leslie was just one of those, when we first started, every time I got on the phone, her computer would freeze. Something else would happen. I persevered with her just to let you know, because I want you to use the training department, just to let you know that I would spend some nights back to 9 or 10 o'clock sitting with her, just explaining things over and over again until she got it. And then I got an email from her on Thursday morning, Ray, I've passed module 5.
Aww.
Fantastic. And just to let you know that Leslie's a teacher. Marcus Bransima, Yana Satiko, Agnes Satiko. There's another lovely couple. They couldn't be here today because their kids have got a school thing on. We call him John, actually. Another lovely couple. All right. They've had a few interesting episodes in their life. Came to us and said, you're our last hope. Sat in the office and said, you're our last hope. And so for me, it's very pleasing to go through all of that and to see people come through the other end. So a round of applause for everyone. There's one last person, and this is, I'd just like you to bear with me for a moment. This is for Paul Tavra in Perth. Paul is a gung-ho young entrepreneur and a very good businessman. Saw the opportunity with us just about 3 weeks ago. That's it. Got on the plane on the weekend, was here, and I trained him for a whole week. And he just looked at us and said, I can't believe how good this is. And so to Paul, I'm going to point to the camera here. Paul, I'll let you all know this, I'm going to Perth in mid-September to start our training over there. So mate, I'm looking forward to coming and seeing you. And this is why I said to you before, while we'd love to have the testimonials from you, we're now changing the way that we're doing business. We're still doing what we're doing. We are now doing this, and we're going to take it out there, not every day of the week, but we're going out there and spreading it around. Because I think you'll all agree that face-to-face training, the webinars are great, right, the online stuff, but to get the opportunity from time to time to sit down and do this, I can see it in your faces, right? So it's really good. So thank you for all of that, and we're going to have a toast to all those people. Now, for the rest of you who haven't passed,